Welcome to this last episode of my bikepacking trip. 5 countries behind me, 2,400 kilometers in my legs, 15 nights in a tent. And finally, I crossed into Denmark on a quiet little gravel path hugging the sea. There was no grand border sign, just a shift in the air. And in that moment, I felt both worn and alive. In Sønderborg, I was welcomed by my good friend Filkier. A warm bed, home-cooked food and good company. I spent 2 nights in Sønderborg, resting for my final stretch to Copenhagen. After weeks of solitude and open skies, it felt like a hug from the universe. But the west coast of Denmark was calling. I set off again. Even a double puncture couldn't stop me. Fixed it, smiled, kept going. What I love most about Denmark, the shelters. Simple, free, honest. You find them on the Shelters app or on Ud I Naturen website. They come with a fire pit, perfect for cooking a few Danish pulses. Because after a long day, nothing beats sausages grilled under the stars. It was a mix of rain and sun as I followed the west coast north to Esbjerg. I even cycled on the beach, salty wind in my face, feeling small in the best way. Then Videsande, a spot I had dreamed about. On day 21, everything was going perfect, but then my rear wheel gave up. The free hub broke. Maybe it was fate, because it meant I arrived in Ringsted a day earlier than planned. And my wife, maybe a little too happy about that. We spent 2 days with dear friends. I got the bike fixed. Was I frustrated that my bike broke down? Yes, but this is part of the journey. The unexpected and being open-minded and flexible to change your plan. And on the final day, I rode into Copenhagen. Remember, the plan is just a plan. The final outcome is what matters. A perfect ending to an imperfect, beautiful, unforgettable journey. Two days of beer, food, laughter, and rest. But as I sipped my last beer in Copenhagen, I already felt something stirring deep down. So if you've enjoyed this trip, please subscribe so you don't miss my next adventure. Ride from Paris to Lisbon. A 2,500 kilometer journey in 3 weeks. And if you know any great restaurants or wine tastings along the way, leave a comment below. I'd love your recommendations. Takk fyrir. And as we say in Iceland, Þetta reddast the next journey.